we lost signal actually, so I had to go back and reset it again. But check out this beautiful view we have. I know it's been raining and we got the sun just shooting up there. There's Duke. Come up, Duke. Come here. I don't know, hopefully we'll get everybody back on. I don't know if you guys can see, the sun is shooting right on the mountain. It looks amazing. Now that's better. Yeah, no kidding. So sorry, I lost everybody. We had like more than 50 people, and the phone froze. And for some reason, my mom was calling me, and it just froze the whole thing. Yeah, this is beautiful. It's like dark clouds, and we got the sun shooting right on the mountain. That's an awesome picture to take. Duke, come up here. Come here. There you go. Hey, it's not raining anymore. Come here. You got your ball? Let's see. Is it full of mud? Yeah, it's beautiful. Right when the sun hits, right between the clouds, look at that, and it just gives it the orangey color almost. Pretty awesome. Hey, Duke. Duke is ignoring me because he didn't play all day. It's been raining. Doesn't like me today. How you found that spot? It was by luck actually. We were driving. We drove from the city, from Calgary, and we drove through BC. We spent 3 days driving from one section to another. Finally, I pulled the car over to actually take a rest. We took this small road, and we saw this land, and we found out who's the owners and stuff, and we just called it in. We called it in, and we end up finding there's a local real estate, and we end up talking to them. It was just by luck. And it's a beautiful place. Only downfall about it, the sun kind of comes up from the edge there, from the corner, in the summertime. In the wintertime, it shifts, and we get the sun coming from down behind the trees. So I don't get sun. So the sun comes around behind the trees during the winter time, and I only see the sun about 10 a.m. From 10 till about 1 o'clock, it would actually just shoot in the corner there, and it just disappears behind the mountain. So I only get about 2 hours of sun in the winter time for about 2-3 months. And during February, we have zero sun. But in the summertime, then the sun comes out from the top section almost, and we get a fall. Let's say May, June, July, and August, we get close to about, roughly I'd say about 8 hours of sun, 9 hours of sun, and that's it. That's about it. Because of that mountain, I see the sun comes out about 7:30, and it's gone by probably 6 o'clock. But what happened is after 6 o'clock, the whole mountain, it's quite bright, like really nice, bright from the sun, but I get no sun on my location. Then after that, that's it. So that's the only downfall about it. Other than that, it's a beautiful place. Lost you for 5 minutes. What is it? The best taurine, please. What is the best taurine? As long as you're getting taurine in powder form, there's only about 4 companies that manufacture taurine. So whether you get it from whichever company, they're all going to be the same. Each one of them is going to actually price it differently based on their branding and marketing. But you know, the one I use is by Allmax or Canpriv is actually really good. Canpriv, you know, charges a little bit more just because of the marketing hype, but Allmax is not bad and the price is quite decent. And you don't need no more than about, you know, 2-3 grams a day, unless you want to do a therapeutic dose. 2-3 grams a day is more than enough to maintain muscle mass, maintain, you know, inflammation under control, and of course to maintain good cardiac for your heart, especially if you have low ejection fraction or you worry about your cholesterol oxidizing and all other stuff. And it works really good for LDL. It doesn't lower LDL, so don't hope that you're gonna lower LDL. What it does is just prevents it from being oxidized, and that's more important than actually just lowering. Hello, I have been eating low-carb carnivore for maybe 2 years, and I think I am suffering from major oxalate dumping with very unpleasant symptoms for a year. Any tips on how to feel better? The unfortunate thing, oxalates take anywhere between 3 to 8 years to clear out from your body. So the only thing you can do is take enough magnesium, because magnesium will help with the oxalate, deposits, with the oxalate dumping. Magnesium will help, and eat a lot of food that contain good quality calcium, you know, such as not taking calcium supplement. Never do that. It's very dangerous. More like, bone broth and a lot of joint, dishes, a lot of eggs. Maybe if you can tolerate cheeses, because the calcium will help bind to the oxalates as well too. But you do need magnesium to clear out the inflammation and the pain, especially when it hits your 3 years. You're gonna start to notice that you have like a slight powder around your joints where you move, like your knees, your fingers, your toes, and it becomes a little bit painful, which is fine. That's how your body gets rid of it. Eat some carbs. Gary, carbs are okay with the right timing and the right refeed, whether your body requires it or not. But carbs won't help with the oxalates. If anything, it's going to cause more oxalates, especially if carbs are coming from, let's say, vegetables or certain greens. So, and if you're trying to get rid of the pain, you want to try to kind of eliminate all that stuff so your body does not accumulate more, because the more you accumulate, the longer it's going to take to get rid of your body. So for example, like seed oils will take almost 620 days to actually detoxify from your body. Oxalates, on the other hand, they're like a slow killer. You know, almost, I've seen, it takes almost a good 8 years for them to fully be off your system. Here, check out my view, guys. Look at this. Now we got some cloud coming by. Remind me please if your phone number. If you need to talk with me, Dalia, probably best to book a time. If you go to my website, you should be able to see it there. Sally suggests eating more oxalate just to stop symptoms, but it did not seem to work. No, that's not gonna work. That's gonna cause more harm than anything. So imagine you're having pain, you eat more oxalate so you can reduce the pain. Just live with the freaking pain. Take magnesium so you can actually help with the flush out, and that's the best way. So imagine if you're gonna eat some oxalate food now, you're gonna feel better, but it's gonna get bad again down the road. So it's almost like taking one step forward, 10 steps backward. What are the main causes of your body having inflammation, and how do we lower it? Inflammation, see, everything has inflammation, but everything starts in your gut. You either eat to feed a disease or you eat to heal one. Everything has inflammation, but if your gut pH is out of whack, so your gut pH should be between 1.5 and 2. The moment your gut pH is above 2, you're actually going to cause some sort of inflammation, whether gut inflammation, whether systemic inflammation. And of course, you have other things such as, overeating simple carbohydrates, your body becomes more insulin resistant. So there's a lot of different factors that actually causes inflammation. Inflammation doesn't just come from one main thing and that's it. But of course, anything that is man-made, your body is going to have a hard time registering that food and understanding what it is. So the longer it takes to understand it, the more inflammation is going to actually occur in your system. So the whole idea is to actually stick to food that they are not man-made. Whatever the nature gives you, you eat it. Whatever the nature gives you as seasonal, maybe you want to eat it, but you don't want to end up forcing things that you find in a store, such as, processed or frozen or too many ingredients in a specific product. So stick to a single ingredient. So if you love meat, eat meat. If you love eggs, eat eggs. I've been on a carnivore diet 11 years, and all I eat is eggs and meat. And I love eating lamb, organs. These are like my go-to meals. There's no point to cheat or anything like that unless you want to do like what is called the refeed day. The only reason people do a refeed day because they're not really hitting their gluconeogenesis, so you can actually get the liver to produce glucose from the protein you consume. I'm on a keto, love it. That's awesome. How old are you? Age is just a number. Age is just a number. Some days I wake up, I feel I'm 20 years old. Some days I wake up, I feel I'm 40 years old. Some days I wake up and feel like, hey, I don't want to do anything. I just want to feel like an old man. So age is just a number. It's just you make that age as you go. So according to my blood work, my ApoB and LDL got really. I heard you talk about doing adjustments such as I am fat instead of butter. Does that mean my ancestor ate less fat in nature? Well, keep in mind, your ancestors ate and hunted wild animals. Wild animals are very lean, right? So there's no commercial byproducts or there's no commercial feed. So the only fat they consumed is bone marrow. If you actually compare bone marrow, what's inside of it is mostly stearic acid, fatty acid, not palmitic fatty acid. So what causes ApoB to go up is your palmitic fatty acid. So bone marrow contains a high amount of stearic fatty acid. Look it up, look at the scientific literature. It'll actually show you that information. So we cannot just say, oh, our ancestors ate a lot of fat, how come I can't? And keep in mind, you're engineered differently. So if you have the ApoE4, then you're not going to be able to consume and absorb saturated fats as efficient. You are able to, but your clearance is very slow. Your clearance is very slow. So certain people, if they are ApoE, for example, they can clear LDL receptors or LDL clearance within a day. If you're not, if you're like me, ApoE4, it's going to take you 4 or 5 days to clear it. So that's why we tend to see the ApoB goes up. Truth, how do I get enough electrolytes? Either you eat raw food or you make your own electrolyte drinks or take more salt. Add salt to your diet. We're talking like, Himalayans, Celtic salt, sea salt, Baja salt. I ask age because I've seen some that look older than they should be on keto. See, age is all about your past life, like your past history. My past history, if I was vegan for 9 years, and I think that aged me quite a bit, or whatever it is, whether we practice intermittent fasting or not, whether we do prolonged fasting or not. So that's how it changes the texture of your skin and the way you actually feel. Okay. I'm 61 and more ripped than most 20 years old. That's awesome. Lift weights and keto. Keep at it. You're doing a great job. And that's what we want to see. Like you see a lot of 20 years old, 30 years old right now, they're so freaking struggling because everything they consume is highly processed. They take whey protein, they take protein bars, all that crap is freaking processed. They don't know what real food is anymore. They don't know what real food is, like seriously. And that's the problem. Like, when people buy like whey protein or concentrated protein or whey or isolated, all that stuff is a byproduct of disposable product disposable waste is supposed to be garbage, and the companies found a way. It's like, hey, this byproduct of making yogurt, we can actually advertise it and sell it. And yet people are buying them like crazy, and they stop eating real food. Maurice, what is your website? stan.store/my full name. Duke, come up here. Duke is getting tired. He ate. He had a pound of meat, 3 eggs, 3 turkey necks, and starting to fall asleep. We've been sitting all day inside because it's been raining lots, and didn't get a chance to play with him today. Yesterday I took him swimming, went down the water, and he had an amazing time, but he ended up hurting his foot. I think he hit a rock or something. He cut it a little bit. I am very lean and have difficult time increasing my weight and muscle mass on low carb diet, but I do not do well with many carbs. Any tips on increasing appetite or body fat on low carb? Increase your protein. Make sure you're eating at least 1 gram to about 1.5 grams per 1 pound of body weight. And make sure you're getting at least 0.35 to 0.50 per 1 pound of body weight of fats. That's your energy. You don't need to take carbs to actually increase weight. You can increase weight by eating quality protein. We're talking eggs, we're talking meat, we're talking lamb, we're talking good quality cuts or ground meat. If you're not eating at least, I don't know how much you weigh, if you're not eating at least that much protein, you're never gonna put on weight. And it all depends on your training. It's all about, we're talking compound training. So you stimulate the large muscle groups. If you're stimulating small muscle groups, you're never gonna put on muscle. Heavy and hard, and that's all you need. 3 times a week, 4 times a week is plenty enough. Would you recommend pork a part of your I don't know if I'll ever eat pork. I haven't had pork for 11 years. Unless I'm able to kind of get it as pasture raised, yes, I would possibly include some because it does have pretty good fat ratio, but I'm not able to get any pasture raised, so I would never touch it. Same with chicken. I haven't ate chicken for 11 years. I have chickens myself here. I only eat the eggs. I get 6 eggs every single day. Between me and Duke, he takes 3, I take 3 sometimes, and that's about it. But other than that, would never eat chicken or pork unless I know how they're raised, because they could actually contain a lot of toxins, a lot of the ones here we see in Canada, they're fed a lot of seeds as well too. So they end up becoming more like a pro-inflammatory product than anything. While beef and lamb still even thought some of them were like corporation or farm kind of raised, even thought they're grass-fed, but a lot of them are sometimes grain finished, but it's still a little bit better quality compared to pork or chicken. But I had one company from the US, they used to actually send me bacon, like boar and stuff. Wild bacon was actually really, really good. But we stopped doing that because our freaking Canadian customs is ridiculous, and they stop everything purposely. So anything I order from the US end up going bad because of our customs is so freaking slow. So they steal more money from us. But yes, stick to anything you have a quality food, and in time, because I've been doing a carnivore diet for more than 11 years, I know how certain foods will actually affect my body. So if I'm eating beef, I feel great. If I eat lamb, I feel amazing. I haven't ate fish for almost 2 years because I haven't been going fishing much. But the only fish I do consume once in a while is it goes under the name of black cod or sable fish. They actually contain the highest level of omega-3s, way more than wild sockeye salmons. That would be like a really, really good quality fish to get. But other than that, I haven't had any for a while. I'll show you guys my view. Look at that. The wood stove is getting pretty freaking hot. It's nice. What do you think with vitamin A toxicity from eating raw liver? I think it's bullshit. You know, I eat liver almost every day, anywhere between 6 to 8 ounces. I still have about 5 kilograms of liver right now in my freezer. I have about 40 pounds of beef heart. I eat a lot of that stuff. I tested my vitamin last year, was pretty good. I don't really stress about it because our bodies are tightly regulated with a lot of the vitamins and supplements. As long as you give it proper information, proper bioavailability, they should be good. Duke sees something. What's going on, Duke? What do you think? Hey, Vishnu, Soraya, come on, flavor friends. Yeah, I got a lot of liver on my, like, if right now I have like almost, I have 3 freezers right now. So in one freezer I have about 80 pounds of yak meat. In the other freezer I have probably about 100 pounds or so of lamb meat. I have some beef heart, I have some beef liver. So that's all I have in the freezer. How cold is it there right now? It's getting pretty cold today, actually. It's been raining all day and I got my wood stove. I wanted to sit outside with Duke. So it's just finally settled down a bit. So we thought we'd do some live with you guys. But it's been chilly today. It's been chilly, actually. I'm in Montreal, Canada. Oh, nice. How's the weather there in Montreal? It's probably, I don't know if it's as cold as here yet, but it's probably gonna get there. At least I got my wood stove outside going. The inside one I don't really turn around yet, or else it's gonna get like really, really hot. It's too early for it. But at least I can clear up some of the wood that I had left that I've been cutting for the past couple days. I should actually hook this up to like a swimming pool or something. Would be nice. 22 today, but cold at night. Oh, that's interesting. That's not bad. Tomorrow is supposed to be at 20 degrees here. I don't know if it's true or not. It's funny. Usually after 5 p.m. it starts to get quite chilly in here. Usually we get the chilly, you know, it gets very, very chilly in around 5 p.m. Usually in the month of August. This whole month of August was actually pretty amazing. I was actually still in my shorts all the way to like almost 9 p.m. before you actually feel it different. But this year has actually been nice. In August, we had a lot of rain in July and in June, and we had a lot of fires, so it kind of sucks. Canada, I am in Canada, yes. Raw eggs and grass-fed meats, raw, okay to have. Yeah, you could. The only thing is I don't tolerate good, and I've done a lot of studies on it, is the raw egg white. I eat a lot of egg yolks raw, but the egg white is supposed to be fully cooked because the type of protein kind of interrupts our digestive system. Duke, who do you see? You keep looking there. Mr. Maurice, what's the best recommendation? Reduce carbs or eat only animal protein? To reduce carbs or eat animal protein to perform best as an athlete? Thank you. Comment, feedback. You know, it depends. It depends how you look at it. Me personally, I'd go for the protein. But for me to actually perform well, I would actually consume close to about 2 grams per 1 pound of body weight. That's the only way I can feel satiated. But the fats play a huge role because the fat is gonna think of the fat as the energy. So you have to play around with that to see what's the proper amount of fat you would require to actually sustain that energy. And the only reason I would say, you know, increase to about 2 grams per 1 pound of body weight, because you do want to activate the gluconeogenesis. So gluconeogenesis, that's when your liver actually will start to produce glucose to give you the proper energy you want to perform. B12 and folate, in what sense do you mean they work together? They do, part of the methylation process. Very hard for me, 175 US. 175 US, this is for couples. For a single person, you can go 60 for 30 minutes or 120 for an hour. Maurice, why is it taking long to lose fat on carnivore? I actually lost more body fat on keto. It depends on your intake of food. You know, you're throwing a question at me, but I don't know how much food you're taking. I don't know how much you weigh. I don't know how long you've been doing the carnivore. I don't know whether your body needs a reset or a refeed to kick everything back in gear again. Not Jordanian or Palestinian, so Lebanese or Syrian. I am Lebanese, yes. Have you done a video on neuropathy? I hear soft LDL affects the nerves. I have done an article on it, but not a video. I will probably do a video on it because I got a request the other day as a comment. I don't know if it was from you or not, but yeah, soft plaque, or I don't kind of look at it as being soft LDL. It's soft plaque based on your ApoB. It does play a role in psoriasis, and it does play a role in nerves and damaged neuropathy, because it's all based on the insulin resistance that it causes these issues to actually become oxidized and causes more damage. So yeah, they do play a role in that. I should actually do either a video or an article on Substack. Duke, what's going on? Yesterday we had an owl. I don't know how big it was, but it was actually, I caught it on camera flying by, and it landed right on top of the chicken coop. So I don't know if it was trying to get one of my chickens or something. I didn't know that the owls would actually attack chickens. So I wanted to actually put a camera at night by the chicken coop to watch it, because we had 4 coyotes last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. Then all I hear is a scream about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was a freaking owl screaming. It's pretty interesting, but it keeps me freaking awake. Please reply. Very hard for me to pay all at once. Can we divide into 2 payments, please? Yeah, Dahlia, we can do that. Send me an email, please, and we can talk about it. If someone had diarrhea for like few weeks, what should they do? Please advise. Well, it depends the diarrhea is coming from. It depends whether your diet was changed recently, whether you're eating something, whether you have a parasite, whether you're doing intermittent fasting, whether you're taking too much magnesium, you're taking too much vitamin E. There's a lot of factors about diarrhea. But the problem is with diarrhea, if it extends more than 3 days, you're gonna start to lose a lot of valuable organic and non-organic materials, and you're gonna end up having like irregular heartbeat or AFib or ectopic, because you're losing more minerals than your body's maintaining. So that's very, very important. Obviously, Duke sees something that is. Email, please. Team, TEAM at my full name, mauricedeher.com. I'm a personal trainer. I would. You have any general advice I should give or do with my clients to help them better with their health and fitness? You know, as a personal trainer, or to kind of help your clients with health and fitness, we all know it's all about consistency. Consistency is key, and holding them accountable. So if they are looking to change their diet, you know, it's like a business. You open up a business, you either make it or break it within 3 years, or you're gonna know if you're gonna make it, you're gonna give it at least 6 months to a year. So same thing with nutrition. You have to be patient, and you have to give your body time to heal and to adjust. So if you're actually changing to a diet, don't just change to a diet for 3 months and kind of go back to your old habits. You have to make it into a lifestyle. And that lifestyle is gonna be at least 6 months or a year, and see how your body adapts to it. If you feel great, you kind of add on top of that lifestyle. If you don't feel good, then you might have to tweak it and change things. But a blood work changes everything, because if you're ever gonna supplement somebody, it's good to kind of monitor their blood work, and based on their blood work, at least you have some real data and evidence, and you can see what they're actually deficient in. Then you can actually add some of these things to their diet. I'm a predator, bro. Hello. 20 years old. Gotta go see what's going on. I'm in Utah now. With the cars. Bro, Info I'm learning from Saudi. I hope the channel gets bigger. Very informative. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I think in time it'll get bigger. I hoping. I know it's taking time for people to kind of recognize certain things, and you know, if you've watched a lot of my videos, I talk everything about a lot of truth and a lot of information and no bullshit, right? Because a lot of influencers out there, they put a lot of bullshit to actually get more people to actually join, and I'm trying to actually clear that up, because it's not about just eating everything and anything and actually work it out or anything like that. Every person is uniquely designed differently, and we have to make sure we are eating the right food based on their system, because you could either be eating to feed a disease or you could actually eat to heal one. And the whole idea, we definitely want to live a long happy life. It's all about longevity, feeling good, feeling optimized, and feeling great. Going to get blood work tomorrow. Please tell us what to get. High BP is a problem. I would you have to send me an email. I'll send you the list, or maybe put a comment on this video. I can give you a list on what to get and what deficiencies to look for that actually triggers blood pressure, but triggers certain lipoproteins that could be oxidizing and causing these damages. I did. Perfect. You have a great knowledge. Maybe doing some collaboration with other YouTubers might help. I will definitely start looking into that for sure. And I think I should. It's just sometimes, to be honest with you, I get quite busy with a lot of my patients that, there's days where I promise everybody I'm going to be doing a video every single day or a short every single day. And I fall behind for like 2 weeks. Like right now, I'm behind on 111 emails and I have 8 protocols to finish. Supposed to finish them all today, and I fell behind because I'm constantly, I get lots of patients coming in because they see the truth in a lot of the stuff I talk about, and I give away a lot of free valuable information. What are the benefits of Hawthorne berry alone with the other 4 supplements to raise ejection? The nice thing about the Hawthorne, so think of it as a powerful antioxidant that actually enhances blood flow, nitric oxide, vasodilation for the nitric oxide, of course, and it does actually help the arteries to stay flexible. So keep in mind, I have trees here. The nice thing here in BC, we have wild trees of Hawthorne berries, and I have almost about like 6 plants right now. I had one lady send me an email. She's like, I know you live in BC, and if you can send me a plant, we'll be very thankful. So I'm actually gonna pull about 3 plants for her, wild Hawthorne trees that are about 2 feet. I'm gonna pull them out of the ground and give them to her. She's just gonna pay for the shipping. And I think, like I have one tree will give me about maybe 600 berries, and I dry them up or I freeze them and I make them into tea. They're really, really good for your heart. And actually, especially anybody that has arrhythmia. So it does actually help that. I like to actually give people Hawthorne that have arrhythmia or atrial fibrillation or ectopic while we're actually trying to fix their magnesium level, because the magnesium level is what causes the arrhythmia. And the problem is with magnesium, it can take almost 2 to 3 years to be fixed. So taking Hawthorne will actually assist in the process until we actually saturate the body correctly with magnesium. But yeah, Hawthorne is going to be one of your ultimate product to actually help with ejection fraction and calm down your heart. So if a person isn't sure the cause of diarrhea, will apple cider vinegar help? It's not something new. Like the first thing you want to do is with the diarrhea, the apple cider vinegar works because it actually fine-tune your pH. So first, you want to make sure your pH stays between 1.5 and 2. If your pH is above that, that's the only reason you're having diarrhea. Could be a parasite issue, or could be possible infection somewhere. So yeah, the pH helps to increase the acidity. So if there is any issue, that's the first step. I would actually either take apple cider vinegar, or I would take digestive enzymes with hydrochloric acid in the beginning. I'm carnivore 95%, no sugar, lots of water. So I appreciate suggestion for needed the blood work so I can have a consultation with you. Beth, maybe send me a message if you could, or maybe put a comment on this video when it's finished, and I can send you the list of the blood work that you need to get. Harris, the first thing I would do, like, you know, apple cider vinegar works, and as I mentioned, digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acid would be the first choice. What is some common causes of acne? It's hormonal related, and a lot of seed oils in the body. Keep in mind, seed oils in the body will take almost 600 days to actually detoxify from your system. Which is better than Hawthorne, powder capsule or the tincture? The only reason I don't like the tincture because it's very small amount of extraction, and I haven't been able to find a company that they're willing to share their certificate of analysis. So that's the only reason I have an issue with the tinctures. So I'd rather you stick with the powder. And there is some good companies you can actually get some good quality powder. Do you know anything about that and diet? I'll have to look into it. I can't really give you much information unless I'll look into it. Maybe send me a message in regards to the Epstein-Barr virus and stuff. If anything, I will do it more of an article on Substack with valuable information so you can follow. We'll try to message you. Yeah, but don't message me if you get a chance, or maybe send me an email. Once you send me the email, I'll respond back with the blood test that you should be getting. So this way, you know, when you do the consultation, we have all the valuable information on hand, and we can actually see what deficiencies you have and what we need to fix. Well, this is perfect for like a barbecue. Too bad my last meal of the day was like 2 p.m. I don't know why I eat so freaking early. I would have rather had to eat right now, would have been perfect. Like, look at this. Would be nice to slap like a nice lamb on here. Oh, maybe we should do that tomorrow. I should do it live with you guys. But tomorrow I'm eating yak meat. Maybe the day after, I'll get my lamb and we'll put it right on top of here. But I'll have to do my live video at 2 p.m. because that's when I eat my last meal. I don't eat past 2 p.m. It's too bad. But we'll have to, maybe unless I do it like a cheat day, where I can eat about 6 p.m. at night and we can do it. I like to cook at night because when it's nice and dark. What is your email address? It's team, T-E-A-M, at my full name, mauricedeher.com. So yeah, go ahead and send me an email, and I will send you the blood work that you need. Oh, this thing is like super hot. Hello, it's 10 p.m. here. Are you in Alaska, Maurice? I'm in BC. It's 28 degrees. Stay warm, looking great with toque. Beautiful sunset, great. Enjoy the fresh, crispy weather for you. Oh, hey, Sandra, how you been? You're up in Alaska, wow. Oh, I'm up in, you're 28 degrees. I'm up in Alaska. It's cold here and it's been raining. So tomorrow's supposed to be nice, hopefully. So I got the stove going. Me and Duke were sitting outside. It's getting quite dark actually, but it's not bad. How you been? Marek, how are you? Good to see you. Last time you mentioned about LED lights. Did you do any? I did do the research on it, Harris, and I wrote an article on Substack for different spectrum and stuff and what to use it for. I didn't really come across a whole lot of information on certain issues, but I did put it on Substack, a lot of the information. I'm going to put some more onto it. I was joking because you're wearing a cute toque. What, you're like my toque? It keeps me nice and warm. Look, it has even Canada on it. Bullshit Canada. Wow. Canada are a bunch of thieves. But whatever, we live here. What can we do? They're destroying a beautiful country. So yeah, I got my toque. I got Duke here. It's been raining all day. I got even my freaking sweater, and Duke bit it. He bit the whole thing. today, which is fine. It's only Duke. And it's nice and dark, actually. I haven't been that late, out that late. I'm trying to actually get this going right away, so when I go inside, it's off, because I would like to kind of keep it on. I said you're very handsome with a toque. Thank you. Thank you for the comment. I don't know what to tell you. Read full message. The font is small. I should be able to read it fully. You should come and visit me, since you guys are all in Canada. Maybe next year, if I do good, I'll build like a small guest bedroom, guest cabin for you guys. And I'll have to pick you guys up from the airport. The closest airport is 6 hours for me, which is fine. It'll be like a 12-hour trip back and forth. Because of you, I checked my ApoB for the first time. It was 125. My triglyceride is 75, HDL 48. So your triglyceride to HDL ratio is above 1. I like it to be below 1. Should I be concerned? Well, I like your ApoB to be below 80. You're putting a lot of pressure on your glycocalyx, right? And it might not hurt you right now, but in time it could cause you some issues. In time it could actually start to wear that glycocalyx, and if that glycocalyx becomes damaged, it's not repairable. That means now your ApoB can actually penetrate. So it doesn't mean if you're 125 you should be happy. It means you should start working and fixing that. It's all about fixing it before damages occur. I know there's a lot of influencers, they never really talk about it. They say, well, if you're HbA1c and you're glucose fasting and you're eating carnivore diet, everything should be fine. Well, yes, but still, if your ApoB is high, that's a predictor to actually cause glycocalyx damage. And if your glycocalyx gets damaged in time, because all that ApoB is stressing your glycocalyx, they can eventually penetrate. So to be on the safe side, you want to lower it down to 80. And that would be the ideal scenario. And you can lower it fast, very easily. It doesn't take very long time. You just have to stay consistent, and you might have to change a little bit lightly of your diet. I've been carnivore for 1 year, no idea what my numbers were 1 year ago. I'll check again in 3 months and hope for better. Yeah, 100%. Like, you never know. Maybe before carnivore, it could have been an upper 170, 180. That's what I've seen, especially when people switch from regular diet to carnivore and we do the test. It doesn't mean I'm saying, the carnivore is causing that. It means whatever you were eating before could be causing that, and now it's actually being stable. So yeah, give it at least 3 months to 6 months. And if it hasn't come down and it stays in the upper 125, then we can look at your carnivore diet and see, okay, we need to kind of fine tune certain amounts of fat you're consuming or the type of fat you're consuming. And from there, we can kind of, assign things for you based on your body, based on your, genetic and what you should be doing. 1,500 for the week we pay you, and you help your guest with their health. Great idea, and we get to try living off a grid. Seriously, I had a darn kidney infection cleared now. I use castor oil pack. I'm glad to hear that your kidneys are doing good. But yeah, 100%. That's the whole idea. Like, I've been planning this for almost 3 years, been thinking about it. So definitely want to do a cabin, like a small cabin for guests to come, whether they come for like a couple days or a week. And it will be almost like a retreat. I'll take you guys fishing. I'll let you do your own, cutting wood and lighting the wood stove. And we'll do some like health education on specific things you want to heal. And I'll have everything. I'll look after the food, because I'm going to be feeding you guys just strictly either lamb or yak and a lot of eggs. No cheeses, no bullshit, no processed foods. You're going to say goodbye to all that stuff. and you'll be drinking quality water from the creek. A lot of salt, a lot of salt. Salt is consciousness, and we do a lot of grounding out here. In the middle of the night, it gets like pitch black, unless we have the moon showing, but it gets like pitch black, and you're gonna start to hear like animals at night, which is pretty awesome. You're gonna hear coyotes, and you're gonna probably hear Duke going after some animals at night. So it'll be a lot of fun. And I would love to actually have it ready for next season, so at least I can get a couple of you guys to come down here in the summertime. Would be nice. Oh, I think it'll be great, and I'll just have to pick you guys up from the closest airport. It'll be a six-hour drive, so I'll drive there a day before. I'll sleep the night, pick you guys up from the airport to bring you down here. It'll be like a good trip. It'll be a really good trip, and I think I'm gonna start to do like a list. Whoever is interested, because I think I'll finish some of the little bit landscaping, make it a little bit more of a private section, and I think it'll be great for that. But you guys gotta keep in mind, I do wake up early, so you guys gonna be up early by like 4:30 in the morning, which is good. I consume organic raw cheese from a grass-fed finished cattle. Isn't this type of quality cheese acceptable? You know, all cheeses are acceptable, whether it's aged, whether it's fresh. It's just all depends on your body, and all depends on whether you have a specific genetic, or whether your body can actually has a proper LDL clearance or not, or whether your LDL receptors are damaged or not. Now, anything to do with dairy, ghee, milk products, you know, heavy whipping cream, butter, they all are high in palmitic acid, fatty acids, and a little bit of stearic fatty acid. The problem is with palmitic fatty acid, it increases your ApoB, which is not a big deal. Certain people, if they don't have the genetic, and or let's put the genetic on the side, even if their past diet or past lifestyle, they don't have what is called like insulin resistance and issues with their liver and kidney, and at their body they're able to clear LDL correctly, then by all means eat all the cheeses you want and enjoy it and indulge. But if you have a very slow LDL clearance, then we have an issue. Then we have an issue where we have to adjust it correctly. Cheese causes inflammation for me anyway. It does for certain individuals, it does. I don't eat cheeses myself. The only cheese I can tolerate is blue cheese, but the problem is I don't eat it all the time. Even thought every time I buy blue cheese, I buy like 3 kilograms, and it lasts me like 3 months. I don't eat it all the time because it does increase my levels, because I have the ApoE genetic, but other than the genetic, I have a very slow LDL clearance. So anybody who actually already experienced a heart attack, for example, or have a stent, they already fall in that category where they have LDL clearance and LDL receptor damage. I love cheese. It dislike me in return. And the histamine, the byproduct of fermented or histamine, that's like usually you can get away with it by adding DOA enzyme. That means your body does not produces enough of it, and it'll destroy and reduce your histamine issue. Or you can take quercetin, will help with that. Or you can just forget the cheese and don't consume it. Because I have it too, and I don't like the feeling of the histamine. I don't like the feeling of it, and that's why I don't consume it as much. Cheese. I think the last time I had cheese was like 4 months ago. I had a small piece, was grass-fed, grass-finished. Gouda cheese was nice, but you know, took almost a couple of ounces, and I said, okay, I won't have any more till next year, because we know the consequences of the histamine and the issue we get from it, right? And it's not a nice feeling. Trying to put the fire out so I can go inside. Ignoring cheese is far better. 100%. There is other flavors to utilize in its place. 100%. You know, the only reason sometimes we put cheese. I used to put cheese on the meat and the burger and stuff, just so you can get extra fat sometimes, right? So you can feel satiated. But if you do, you know, extra, like I do right now, extra lamb fat, or I would put like couple egg yolks. I rather have that than the cheese and end up kind of suffering with the cheese, right? So that's how I try to kind of keep it. How do you detect LDL clearance? So it's all based on your blood work. So pretty much, let's say you're eating carnivore diet. Let's say you're eating a carnivore diet for you know, I say at least 45 days. And let's say you're eating about, I don't know, 4 or 5 tablespoons of butter, for example, a day, and you're eating cheeses, and you check your ApoB. So technically, an average person should be able to handle that, no problem. As you can see, a lot of influencers, they actually take down pieces of butter and they eat it with no problem. In your case, you will have to kind of follow that similar lifestyle, and you would do a test. You can't really tell on your own unless you do a test. And if your ApoB shows quite increase above 80, that means your body's having a hard time clearing it. And if that's the case, then you'll have to actually figure out, you know, what is the best fat for you and what is the best time to take it. Now, keep in mind, we are LDL clearance sensitive between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So that's why I eat my last meal at 2 p.m. So if my last meal at 2 p.m. I eat it, and I know I have issues with my LDL clearance, I know for a fact any extra saturated fat that is very high in palmitic acid is going to be cleared within that window of frame. I don't eat anything past 2 p.m. If I'm going to eat anything, it would be more of a high protein or zero fat, for example. So that's how you have to kind of look into it. But the only way you can tell is by a blood test. Will hide the Snicker bar in my luggage. Do you still eat blue cheese sometimes? I still eat blue cheese once in a while. Like I said, last time I had it was a couple months ago. But I should actually have like one of these security clearance. So everybody walks in it. If you have like a hidden chocolate bar or a hidden, you know, bottle of whiskey or wine somewhere, this way we can detect it and take it away from you. Where do you live? Pardon me, I scrolled in halfway. I'm in Canada. I'm in BC right now. I'm in BC, and I don't know if you can see where I live. Oh, it's getting quite dark. I'm in the mountains right now. There's Duke. I don't know if you can see me. I need a light here. It's getting pretty dark, actually. There's a mountain. There's my wood stove. I'm trying to kind of put the fire out so we can go back inside. Should be doing this when it's snowing soon. Look at that. This looks pretty awesome, actually. It's nice to kind of throw like a nice lamb inside here. I will do that tomorrow. I gotta take some beef heart out. It's a nice view. If you would have came earlier or watched the video from the beginning, you'll see the view that I have. Smile, we don't see you anymore. I know. Smile. It's dark. That's why you can't see me anymore. I'm gonna close this. So hopefully it turns off. Let's go inside so you guys can see me. Get some lights going. It's pretty dark in here. Dookie, coming? I see the hot, cold. Yeah, give me a second, guys. Let me get my light going. And of course, where's my light? You can see where everything is now. Okay. Oh, there's my sun. I just turned on my fake sun. Hold on. Yeah, I don't have all the lights installed in my tiny house yet because I'm still waiting for an electrician to come to do one more section. But let me change my shoes so I don't get any mud in here. I'll check out when it's done later. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Happy light. And the thing is, the light I have, because I have it connected internally, actually is activated by my phone. I don't know if I can turn it on here. As you can see, I got the fan installed, but I haven't wired it in. We got some light in here. Let me see if I can switch it on manually. Maybe. Hey, Duke. I don't like to have any lights because of the EMF and all that stuff, so I kind of kept it all as natural as possible. But we'll go in my other section where we got some light. There we go. Just gotta close the door. Nice woodwork. I'm trying. I did the whole thing with some wood panels, but my stupid gun broke. You are very blessed, beautiful paradise you have. Happy for you. Will you get a mini cute Christmas tree for inside of your cabin? I will probably get a nice little Christmas tree. I have a couple big ones, so I can just go outside and decorate them. Check out all the eggs that I have now. Look at this. 6 every day, 6 every day. And I know I was gone away for like 5 days, and we got like 20 some eggs. So that's pretty awesome, which is good. It's warm glow color too. The sun light is the best choice over. Yeah, so what I did is I made these into a greenish color. The one on top of my bed is like reddish. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can see it. We got a lot of fresh eggs. Hey Azura, how are you? I like the video on oils. What oil do you use for making eggs? I've been using MCT oil, best for LDL clearance. The problem is with the MCT oil, keep in mind, I did a lot of studies on it, and I found that certain temperature will actually oxidize the MCT oil. So it's better to actually use, I use lamb fat. Sometimes I use beef tallow, but I like to use lamb fat. So the way I get my lamb fat, I buy the lamb roast and I actually trim all the fat from the outside and I actually freeze them. So that becomes my lamb fat to cook the eggs. Now, if you want to use beef tallow, so I have this as well too, for the beef tallow that I use. But I tend to use more lamb fat more than anything. I stopped using the MCT because we've noticed that the MCT actually tend to oxidize very, very fast. Even thought it is good for LDL clearance if you're drinking a coffee or you're mixing it on top of, let's say, a meat or salad is fine, but to actually heat it up, it does oxidize fast. How's the weather in BC? It's been cold today, actually. It's been really cold today. Hey. Don't do that, Duke. It's been really cold today, so we had to actually get the wood stove outside going because it's been raining. And inside is not bad, actually, still warm. So I haven't turned on the wood stove yet. So there's my wood stove. I haven't turned it on. I haven't fixed my seats yet because I got my equipment came in. I got my road bike. This was given to me from a company that I'm going to be talking about. They actually just sent it to me. I got it here like 2 days ago, a row machine. I haven't tested it yet, so we're going to hook that up as well. So I haven't bought any furniture yet, so still waiting until I see where I'm going to put these machines. MCT oil good for someone who is trying to get over post-concussion symptoms. Head injury from a car accident. 100% yes, because that is going to feed your brain as ketones. It's a very rapid ketone energy, especially C8 over C10. I rather the C8 to be utilized for that. I need some water. You guys are making me thirsty. I need to drink. I don't know where my copper cup is. I put it somewhere and I can't find it. And usually if I don't find it, that means Duke has taken it and he put it somewhere. I know he probably did. How long should a person take MCT oil when dealing with post-concussion? I would take it for a while. I wouldn't stop taking it completely. Keep in mind, there's no harm from MCT oil. If anything, it's going to help the brain and help all the functions to actually heal, especially the membrane cells. I would actually include omega-3 with it. Don't take it on its own. I would actually include omega-3 with it to actually help with the brain. and a concussion and stuff. And after that, you can always use MCT with your coffee as well too, if you enjoy it. So there's my 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. So I take about 6, 7, sometimes 10 of these a day. The water filter that I have, the stainless steel, they don't make them anymore. They got discontinued. But the only reason I still use it with an old filtration is charcoal filtration just for sediment. But I drink it straight from the creek water. Now there is one by that I got my brother to buy one. I think I still have it on my website. It is all glass, but the filter they use is actually held in plastic, which is I don't like much. The one I use is the Berkeley water. The filtrations, they don't make them anymore, but you can still buy the charcoal filtration from Amazon. It's good to actually remove a lot of sediments and stuff, which is not bad. It's 7:30. Wow. Duke already stole my bed. Redmond sea salt. Which brand do you consume? I do consume Redmond sea salt. That's one. And the other one is the Vancouver sea salt. I do consume both actually. One for grounding and one to actually get all the proper electrolytes that the body requires. I need to find the remote and I can't find. Okay, there we go. So we can lower the light. Hopefully you guys can still see me. I know I'll stay here for another maybe like 10-15 minutes. Duke, stay here, please. Maurice, how long does it take a person to get over post-concussion symptom? Whiplash from a head injury. What was it from a car accident? I'm asking because my friend... See, the problem is when it comes down to concussion and whiplash, issues sometimes don't show up till almost 6 months down the road. So let's say you've been in a concussion or whiplash. Let's say, it happened like 2 weeks ago. Sometimes you won't get symptoms till almost 6-7 months after, or issues. I had that same issue almost about 14 years ago. I got into a car accident where I got hit by a drunk driver. He hits me on my driver's side, my car twisted, and I got hit on the passenger side, so I couldn't get out from the car. I had to actually go through the back and get out from the trunk. That's how bad it was. I did not feel anything other than, neck pain and slight headaches. 7 months later, I start losing my vision in my left eye because what happened is symptoms and issues don't actually hit till almost a couple months after from these accidents. So it doesn't mean that it's going to take, and heal. Like a mild concussion can take anywhere between, let's say, 7 to 14 days. But massive, like a whiplash or anything like that, it could sometimes take almost 12 to 20 weeks before you feel good. So it doesn't just happen within days or nights. And it's all based on every person's body is different, how they adapt to things and how they recover. And it's all based on your mitochondria, how well it's working to actually help the body goes into a proper healing. So all these things matter. So that's why it can take weeks sometimes. But sometimes, it can take days to recover, but it will take weeks to actually heal the body internally. Jade, I thought he's Rick Grimes for a second. I use Eden Celtic salt. I started this last week, and it seems my tinnitus is louder since starting the salt protocol. Your thoughts? So tendonitis happens because lack of magnesium. So now if you're giving your body enough proper magnesium, now the body says, hey, I'm getting enough magnesium, where should I put it? But let's fix the things. So you're going to start to see a lot of things going back and forth, back and forth. I'll have to kind of dig a little bit deeper into it. So you might have to increase your magnesium while you're taking that salt. I had a back concussion. My head fell the distance of about 13 feet. Wow. Back and my head landed on a tree root. I did not I did not go to the doctor till about a month later when I began hallucinating. Oh wow, okay. So yeah, I would if I was you, I would have went to the doctor, got a MRI, got pictures taken on your specifically your brain just to make sure everything is good. But keep in mind, if everything was bouncing around and the way you were thrown as well too, that's a lot of impact on the brain. So it can take sometimes weeks to recover, especially if there's any type of fluid accumulating. When I talk about increasing magnesium, keep in mind magnesium has a 4 hour half-life, so you gotta be taking magnesium every 4 hours. I hit electrical post in 2012, broke the large wood post, back black ice, had my SUV. I was parking. I still get headaches if I push too hard in my workout. Concussion are awful. Ozuro. Yeah, that does. They last a long time, trust me. When I hurt my left eye in my accident, we're talking about 14, 15 years ago, I still can't see good in my left eye. I end up causing a detached retina because of the accident. So you guys, you gotta keep in mind, Azuro, things don't heal. The body's never gonna go back the same way it used to be. And unfortunately, sometimes we can't do anything about it other than live with it, deal with it, and try not to kind of aggravate it. But to kind of fully heal it, sometimes you're not gonna be able to fully heal it. You can partially heal certain things, and the other part of it could be damaged for life unless we start using stem cells. And the unfortunate thing is if most of us have removed our wisdom teeth, then we stop the production of stem cells, if you guys didn't know that. My grandpa died at the time. I was stubborn and wanted to remain camping. As grandpa loved camping, I'm neurodivergent, so my reasons are different. 100%. Sandra, I'm sorry to hear that you went through that. Yeah, we were. It's tough. It's tough. Nothing is easy on a body, and these injuries these injuries will constantly cause inflammation, will constantly cause like poor sleep quality. Will like I have sometimes I get so with again, everybody has a different issue. Like with me, when I end up kind of causing the issue with my eye, right now, if I smell certain chemicals or certain smoke or anything like that, automatically it goes foggy. So same thing happens with a lot of you guys. If you end up being into an accident, like Sandra with an accident and she gets the headaches, it depends how she works out. Same with Azuro, with the concussion and stuff. Sometimes, there's certain things will never go away. They will always be there and you will always feel them. What's up? Is it cold up there? It's starting to get cold, Matt. Yeah, we're outside right now by the wood stove. We had it on to kind of keep everything nice and warm because it's been raining today. I think by tomorrow it's going to be a little bit better. It'll be good again. What's a good start to fight against suicidal? Um, the first thing I would start taking is some heavy um, things for the brain, such as MCT, L-theanine, L-tyrosine, epigenin, ashwagandha. It's all about kind of putting the body back to its original relaxation stage before we do anything else. This was in 2015. Yeah, I feel pretty broken. I've been long lost of health stuff, but I've had some before that. Yeah, sometimes it's stuff on the body, stuff on the health, and stuff on the mind as well too. And sometimes the problem is, we're only humans. We all do mistakes and we all do other things. But the problem is we relive things over and over and over again. And that's one of the big issue we have. We relive it because it comes back to our mind and we think about it. And the brain doesn't know the difference. So you gotta kind of stay away from reliving it again. Because if you do, it will actually hunt you down again, which is not good. Not a good way of living. It becomes very, very stressful. Got a lot of emails again. Wow. So I'm just gonna put, because I know a lot of you guys asked me for blood work when I was talking on this, when we were doing the live. And let me see, I don't know if I can actually access the live right now and I can put the blood work for you guys. I know there's two sections. The first section we end up losing because we had the connection was lost. And this other one here, I'll try to kind of put it on once we're done the call. In addition to the nutritional guidance Maurice provides, I encourage you to start reading the Bible. It will bring you peace. 100%. 100%. Everybody should be doing that. 100%. You always want to, the problem is with a lot of people these days, we stopped, reading. And I think reading is very, very important for everybody to actually help with their relaxation a little bit more, take your mind off things. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing. Maurice, how do people can in touch with you to have a one-on-one virtual meeting for nutritional and health? If you go to my website, I'm gonna put it on here. I wish I can type it on there, but I don't think I could. But if you go to my website, which is stan.store/Maurice Deher. So if you see it here, there's my website, stan.store/Maurice Deher. And you can actually book a time, whether 60 minutes, 30 minutes, or couples consultation. It's all there for you guys. And I do have a lot of individuals. Sometimes they don't like to talk on the phone. They just want a protocol. I do have that there as well too. And anybody that books 1 hour will get a protocol based on the conversation. Anybody that books a 30-minute, make sure you have a pen and paper ready, because I do speak quite fast about a lot of things you ask, and I'll give you a lot of the information instantly. And we can go a little bit more in specific from there as well too. But I'll put that information within the video. So if you guys did miss it or you had a specific question, definitely touch base. If you guys love reading, I do have a Substack as well. That is constantly actually growing, and the Substack, every article I write, there's a full protocol being added with supplementation, type of supplementation to take, time frame, with food, without food, everything designed specifically for you guys. And if I gotta make it easier into like a infographic or anything like that, more than happy to do it as well too. So that said, I know I've been here more than an hour. I will have to let you guys go. In the meantime, you guys have a nice, happy Sunday evening. And I'll be posting a video probably on YouTube on Thursday as usual. If you guys have a specific request on a specific video, definitely post it up. I might maybe consider it. Azura is on my website, yes. It is, everything is on the website, and from the website, actually, you can access my Substack as well. I think I have it there. I should add it. I don't know if I have it. Yeah, I'll add it on the website as well too. Under the appointments, I'll put it there so you guys can access it for sure. So you guys take care of yourself. I'm gonna get going. You guys have a nice evening, and I'll definitely, will try to do a little bit more lives as I go, because I do get a lot of requests, a lot of questions, and I do get asked almost on a daily basis, when am I going live? I wish I can notify everybody before I go live so everybody gets an email, but unfortunately, not everybody gets an email for some reason. But moving forward, it's always going to be on a Sunday, but if I can do it a couple times throughout the week, would be awesome as well too. If that will interest you guys, definitely as well send me maybe a request on a specific timing. I know everybody has a different time frame and different work schedules, but I will do my best to kind of accommodate everybody. In the meantime, you guys have a nice Sunday evening, and Gozan, I'm gonna put a comment on a video in regards to the GGT that you asked me earlier. I'll just look it up a little bit more in my notes to see why it could be elevated other than the glutathione. So maybe look for that answer as well too, and we'll go from there. You guys take care. Cheers. Well, everybody. Wanted to say thank you for everyone as well too. Sandra, thanks so much, and appreciate everything. And thanks so much for the gift. You've always you've always sent something for Duke, and Duke appreciate it. And you keep him healthy and active. Audrey, you take care of yourself. Gozan, definitely no problem. You guys take care, and we'll definitely touch base.